Hello, my friends! Welcome to CJ Reads Books. I'm CJ, and today we're going to be talking about the book No Comfort for the Dead by R.P. O'Donnell. Now, this one was a random find that I found at the library. It is my Spinny Spinny Bum Bum 9.5 because I was waiting on my hold from the library. I was waiting on it and I needed something else to read. So I found this book. I was like, let's go to the library, let's go to the new releases. Hopefully they'll have something good. And I found this book. Now, before I get too far into it, this is his debut novel. And not to knock it or say that it's bad or terrible or the worst thing that I've ever read, because it's not. It's not the worst thing that I've ever read. But before we get too much into it, let's go. So let's start off by saying that this is not the worst thing that I've ever read. Could have been a little better. Yeah. The character formations of this book was so slow, and like it took forever to figure out what the actual plot of the story was. And in the beginning, there were a couple murders. That's great. That's awesome. But it's like it stops at that. Like this whole book moved at a snail pace, which usually I don't mind if the story buildup is good, but it just the ending didn't wasn't too crazy. The beginning wasn't too crazy. The middle wasn't too crazy. It was just not a crazy book. There was nothing really special about it. There wasn't anything captivating my attention. So I read this because it's, like I said, it's a halfway book in between me waiting for my hold. So I decided to go to the library and find a book for me to read. This stood out to me because, hey, it's the spooky season, and I may possibly want some crazy thriller novels to get me into the mood, but this one was very, 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 very far from that. I found myself wishing that I had nothing to read, and I wasn't enjoying it. Now, again, this is his first novel. And like I said, it wasn't badly written. It just bored me half to death. I was over it by about 60%, but I decided to continue it because A, my hold was ready, and B, I wanted to see who it was that did it. It was just a roundabout way. It wasn't, I don't know. There was nothing special about this book. I didn't enjoy it too much, but I didn't hate it. That's my last words, I think, on it. I gave this book a 2 out of 5 stars because, like I said, I didn't hate it, but it wasn't like the greatest thriller I've ever read. So I wouldn't, I wouldn't even give it 3 stars just because it didn't meet any of the expectations that I would want to meet in a thriller novel. This is probably the first thriller novel that I really didn't enjoy. And I've read some really, really weird ones. One being Strange Sally Diamond was weird, but the character formation of that was gold. So I mean, it was solid. But yeah, uh, have you read this book before? It just came out in 2025. That's why I'm like, oh my gosh, it's your first work and you just published it. And oh my goodness, I hate to be one of the ones that rated you a low rating, but lordy, yeah. Tell me what you think about it. Uh, I hope he comes out with another one. I am very excited to read another one of his. But tell me what you think about it. And yeah, down below I have a couple links. One is to my Etsy store. So I sell blind dates with the books. If you are interested in that, please come check it out. I need more orders for the Christmas season. Second is to my Patreon. So what a Patreon is every time that I edit a video, it goes on there first. If you are a paying member, you will get my long form video first, which is usually scheduled about 2 weeks in advance for YouTube. So yeah, come check it out if you are interested. And my third link, you can buy me a coffee. But if you can't do any of those three and you are struggling like I am, it's okay. You've made it this far into the video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. That takes about 30 seconds of your time. Share my book reviews with a friend. Maybe they'll start reading and we can, start a book club or whatnot. But let me know. Thank you, Robert Willen, for being my one and only Patreon member. You are awesome. Y'all have a great day. Have a great week. And do something great this week. Okay, bye.